Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm back at Prima Mazda for another review. A lot of people commented on the CX-90 review that do the CX-70. We want to know how that car looks like. So this is the 2025 Mazda CX-70 and this is the highest trim. So you guys can see it's in a beautiful spec with this white exterior and a brown interior. So let's show you everything about the CX-70. Let's start with the key. The keys are same as the CX-90. You have the Mazda logo on the top, and then you have the lock, unlock, trunk opening, and your remote start. If we get inside, we can show you the car's front accent first. There's no point of going inside because whenever you unlock the car, the full headlights turn on. So let's show you the front and then let's get inside. The complete front is different from the CX-90. How? This section is different, the grills are different. So the grille is in full gloss black. You have the Mazda logo at the front and then you have the front camera. Then you have the number plate slot with your towing hook placement here. You have openings at the front for ventilating that engine. You have parking sensors at the front, and mainly these parts are where the difference comes with the 90 and the 70. This is the most highest trim and it's in a optional extra white color. So that's why it looks much better. Let's get inside, let's turn the car on and then let's turn the headlights on. So here we get inside. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button. There the car turns on. So this is with the car's hazard, this is with the full lights, this is with the high beam, this is without the high beam. The car just got a cold start, so that's a little louder. So let's come outside to show you the headlights now. Headlights are similar as the 90. Reflectors are here, and then if you go there, you have another daytime running lights where your hazards are blinking. You have this darkish blackish color, but it's kind of chrome looking. It all the way goes till the other side, and the entire front actually looks really good. When it comes to safety, the car obviously has cruise control. That's standard in every single car. It has lane keep assist, it has lane departure assist. It can keep the car inside the lane. If you want, you can press that button. It has rain sensing wipers, and it has pretty much every single safety system you would need to not crash into another car. Now let's talk about the powertrain of the Mazda CX-70. So let's open the hood, let's show you guys the car's engine. So here we do that. There, that opens up, and then there's a button that you can lift up, and the hydraulic struts are going to get the hood out and make the engine visible. The CX-70 and the CX-90 are basically same. It's just a 5-seater and a 7-seater difference. Both of these cars are introduced to the world at 2024, and the 2025 model is very popular in the Canadian roads. All of the CX-70s and the CX-90s get the same powertrain. It has 3 different engines, 3.3 liter twin turbo inline 6, then it's this, the 3.3 liter turbocharged inline 6 with mild hybrid, and then is the 3.3 liter turbocharged inline 6 that's plug-in hybrid. You get 3 different engine variants, whichever is much more better for you and whichever is much more convenient to you. But this is the 3.3 liter turbocharged inline 6 mild hybrid. This is a nice engine cover. It has the Mazda logo. You have 6 cylinders. You can just tell by that. This is where your intake is. Takes all the air from the grill, and the grill actually opens and closes. But if I have to look at the engine and not like the engine cover, I could just get this up, and then you can see the straight 6 under there. Pretty cool, pretty nice. There you can see the car's turbos right there, and it's a big turbo, I'm not gonna lie. Let's get this back and let's lock the engine cover. With this, you have a automatic transmission, and all of the power going to the 4 of the wheels. Let's come to the power output. It's producing 340 horsepower and 416 pound-feet of torque. Pretty good. The competitors of this car is basically the same as the 90, but it goes more like a 5-seater than a 7-seater model. You have insulation on the top, and that's going to be pretty much it for the car's powertrain. Let's get the hood closer. There we go. I have to do the side. Now let's talk a bit about history about Mazda. Like I mentioned everything about the history of Mazda in the CX-90 video, so I'm not going to go in detail, but let's come to the flagship SUVs. Big SUVs, the competitors of these cars, the Grand Highlander, the Honda Pilot, the Hyundai Palisade, the Kia Telluride. It's a big market to compete with other manufacturers. A lot of people think about Toyota's better, this is better, that's better. Mazda is selling a lot of their CX-90s and CX-70s. It's a very demanding car in the Canadian roads, I don't know about America yet, but I see these cars every single day. Pretty good looking, pretty nice, pretty fuel efficient, and being honest, really fun to drive. Now let's come to the car's side profile, because we're pretty much done with the car's front. The CX-70 actually shares the same chassis as the CX-90, and it's same length, same wide, same height. Now let's come to the wheels. You get a little bit of different style of wheels, whichever you want. So for the highest trim, you get this one, and you have a full blacked out trim, whichever you like. You can option that on your car. So the front wheels of this car are 275 45 R21s with 6-piston brakes and double swing suspension with coil springs. Overall, air suspension would be better, but none of the competitors have it. But if we look into the competitors, if this car has to compete with the Germans, it has to have those features. You have the painted panels, obviously, that the CX-90 didn't have. You have the inline 6 written here with the side grilling area. That's nice. Whenever you come closer to the car or use the keyless entry, the exterior side view mirrors that are blacked out will automatically unfold, and you have the hazard slide there. The window trims are in this matte black color, and the roof rails are in black. So it makes this car look much more nicer to the side profile. The side chrome areas are much more nicer. It's a darkish chrome, and then you have Mazda written on top of them too. I mean, nothing looks better than white and black contrast. Rear wheels are pretty much same as the front, just the brakes are a bit smaller. But it's overall, it's not bad. It's a pretty nice set of wheels, not gonna lie. It has a limited slip diff too. Overall, the side is pretty good. The fuel tank's on the other side, so please join me. And then if you come here and press this button, you can open the fuel tank and fill it up. Same as the 90, it's not a capless. But for the rear of the car, let's get inside and let's turn the car on. Foot on the brake. There the car turns on. Full lights are on. This is with the hazards. This is with the reverse. And let's put it back to park. And let's come outside. So for the back, the tail lights are exactly same as the 90. You have the side reflector here, then you have the tail lights with the hazard. It continues till there where your reverse light is. You have the CX-70 and all-wheel drive badge. You have the Mazda logo, and then you have the tail lights on the other side. And then you have the reversing camera placement right there. Then you have the eCVT-G, because this is the mild hybrid, and then you have the tail lights on this side as well. Number plate slot are nice. It's very visible. The downer portion is much more sportier than the 90, and you have parking sensors at the back with reflectors and a very nice diffuser kind of vibe there. You have a spoiler with the upper stop brake light. You have the rear windshield wiper. If you just press this button, it's going to open the trunk, and it has 650 liters of storage for the CX-70. Damn. Size are same, but it's a 5-seater instead of a 7. I mean, if they made the 70 a 7-seater, I would have bought this because this looks better than the 90. But underfloor storage, you have your tire repair kits, and that's pretty much it. Nothing to show you on the sides because you have some buttons here for folding down the center row. So you just press these buttons and it 60/40 distribution, and over this side you have an actual plug to like charge your laptops or anything, and then you have a power socket here as well for a refrigerator. Now let's get inside. So there are two buttons. One is for closing the boot and locking the car, and one is for closing the boot. That's it. Now let's get inside the rear seats. The interior color is really nice on this car, and the doors actually open 90 degrees. So if you are like fat and stuff, you can still get inside. Not body shaming anybody, but let's fix the seats. It's a 60/40 distribution. It's very easy to get in. I noticed the grab handles are a little behind, so it's going to be a little hard to get in and get out. But you have leather and Alcantara trims all around. You have Isofix anchor points as well, and the seats are really comfortable. It is heated for the back. You have the cup holders at the center. You can easily relax. The windows are a one-touch button. It's pretty nice how you can open it just like that. And you have pedal blockers as well for putting those up. There we go. And let's come to the panoramic sunroof because this car actually gets one. Let's open the cover so you can get a little bit of sunlight inside. And yeah, it's pretty nice. Now let's come through the floor mats. This car has the optional extra weather floor mats. It has the Mazda logo embossed there. Then you have the rear climate control that you can control from here. With the climate, it's a single zone, and you have heated seats for the back as well. two USB-C types, and then you have two AC vents. Now let's come to the car's door. Sitting on the center seat is much more easier because it's not the 90, and then you have the trim with the wooden trim with the Alcantara materials all around the back. You have the golden stitching with the black leather. The speakers are here. You have the bottle holders. Everything in this car, I don't know why, but I'm kind of shifting from, I always liked Toyota at first, and then I shifted from Toyota to Honda, and I don't know why now I'm shifting to Mazda. Why? Because they don't have a CVT transmission in their cars. Let's get in the front seats. Now we are at the front. Look at the dash. You have the nice contrasting with the black and the Alcantara with the stitching. You have the chrome trims all around, and then you have the airbag with the AC vent. AC vent have golden accents too to match the interior. You have a glove box with decent amount of room. Then if we close that, we can come to the car's seats. Seats are heating and ventilating. It's pretty nice how the entire seats are, and it's fully controlled by the buttons there. And then if we come up from that, we can come to the panoramic roof. So for opening the front portion, I can just press this button and it opens, and it has a pretty okayish opening, but the Grand Highlander had a bigger opening than this. Let's close that, and now let's come to the little storage areas. If we open this, you have a bit of room with two USB-C types, and then you have some buttons here. Let me just show you. This is for your infotainment system. This is for your volume. This is for favorite, parking brake, and auto hold. You have two cup holder placements here, or you could just have this flush, and you have a wireless placement there, so you could, charge up your phone. Pretty nice, pretty cool. You have another USB there. I'm going to let that charge. And now we're going to come to the car's infotainment. It's pretty much same as the 90, but let me show you some stuff that I forgot to show you in the 90. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and then your 12.3-inch full digital instrument cluster turns on. Some stuff that I didn't show you on the CX-90 was, I forgot to tell you guys that if you use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, touchscreen when you use Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But when you use the Mazda's own system, it doesn't have touchscreen, so you have to use you have information, entertainment, communication, navigation. But if you go on settings, you can actually control a lot more stuff. So if we go to the actual displays, we can control the entire heads-up display. So whatever we want. If we want to control the height, we can do that. If we want to control the brightness, we can do that. If we want to tilt it, we can do that. We can have whatever information we want, and we can also factory reset it. For the center screen, I can turn up the display. I can control the brightness as well. So I can get it up or I can get it low, whichever one is more easy to. I can make it more visible. I can make it a little more darker, whichever one's more nicer. And then you can obviously factory reset. For the instrument cluster, you can change a little more, so you can control the text sizes and all of your different ways you want it to be. And you can also factory reset. And then you have your sound settings for the Bose sound systems. You have the safety settings, you have the vehicle settings, you have the communication settings, the connectivity settings, you have the driver's personalization settings, you have the system settings. If we go on vehicle settings, you can control a lot of stuff. How do you want the paddle shifters to work? How do you want the doors to unlock? If you press it once, if you press it twice? How do you want the exterior lights to turn off when you lock the car? When you unlock the car, do you want the lights to turn on or do you don't want it? You can control a lot of stuff on these cars nowadays. So technology is on the top-notch level. You have the start button placement right here. And then if you go below that, you have your climate control controllers. You can have your both zone climate control synced, or you can have it different. Then you have your heating steering wheel, heating seats, and ventilating seat, front and rear windshield heaters. This is for your wind speed controller. This is for an outsider coming inside. This is for the rear climate. You have a wireless charger like I mentioned, and then you have the drive mode controller with the gear knob. Gear knob, like I said, it's same as the 90. So for drive, that's how you put that the camera turns on. But for the brightness, it doesn't look that good. But if we go to home real quick, let's just do that right away, or a lot of people are going to complain that why does it look like that. So in displays, center display, go to contacts, put it in normal, put this in normal as well, and then go back to home. And then if I put it to reverse, you can see now the camera looks much more better with the 360 beside it. It's pretty nice, pretty cool. And then you can obviously have the off-road cameras on or the 360-degree camera on, whichever you want. And if you put it on drive, the front cameras turn on. It's very good quality at the end of the day. And for drive or for park, you have to just do that. Very simple, pretty nice. Steering wheel is fully leathered and it is in two-tone. And I complained about the 90 because it didn't have automatic power steering like the adjuster, but this has a power tilt and telescopic steering, so I take my words back for that. See, the highest trim have all of the features. And then you have your cruise control and everything here with your safeties. You have the controls for the digital instrument cluster. You have the car's high beam and hazard. You have the windshield wiper controls here. And now let's come to the car's instrument cluster. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and it does a very nice animation with the CX-70 and it turns on. Pretty cool looking instrument cluster. It's a 12.3 inch as well. You have the speed at the center, you have the RPM on the left side, you have the fuel gauge and the engine temperature on the left side. It's nice, you can configure it, but when you change the driving mode, so if you put it in off-road, the car comes in and it changes completely. And then it has the compass at the middle, so it's like a old-fashioned way, you know. And then if you put it on normal, or if you change it into sports, it changes up a little more, so it goes to the most sportiest setting. For the RPM, the car red lines in 6,500. It says ready here because this is the mild hybrid. You have the speed at the center, 260 is the top, and then you have the digital in the middle. You have the engine temperature and the fuel gauge and the total range the car is going to give for the fuel it has. Like I said, this is a brand new car. It only has 11 kilometers, so that's like really good. Like it didn't even get run. Pretty nice, pretty cool. The heads-up display is pretty visible. If the SD card was in there, I could have used the car's navigation, but as it's not in there, I can't do that. So, but overall, this is a very good car. I like the 90, I like the 70 more. Now let's come to the car's door. But if you change it back to normal, the CX-70 comes again and it changes it up. And if you turn the car off, it does another animation. So first of all, you have your AC vent. You have the goldish accent matching the car's Alcantara and the leather. Then you have the button here for your auto headlights. Then if you go here, your safety system's off, parking sensors off, and your TCS off, your auto start stop off. You have your power trunk opening and close, and the memory seats and setting for the memory seats. Then you have your hood opener, brake, gas, that's the gas pump. You have the CX-70 written on the floor mats. You have the seat controls here with the airbag for the side. Now let's come to the door. You have the tweeters here that have the Bose brandings, but all of the speakers are from Bose. And then if you come below that, you have the trim all around that all the way goes to the back. Then you have the Alcantara materials with the black leather all the way here with the window openers and the exterior mirror controls. And then you have the lock and unlock right there. You have the speaker that's there. You have no speakers here, but you have your bottle holders. Pretty cool, pretty nice. Let's get the keys of the car. So let's exit the car because we are done with the review. So at first, I want to thank Prima Mazda for providing their CX-90, their CX-70, both were 2025s. And I want to thank to Art. He works in Prima Mazda. He arranges all the cars for me and a very friendly person. He gets the car ready for me before I even arrive. This is also the 70 like I talked about in the 90 video. But let's come to this car. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch more videos like this. If you want to watch Bangla reviews, I have a separate channel for that. And if you're not connected with all the social medias, I'm going to let you guys know that they are in the description, like my Facebook page, all other social medias. If you want to be connected, it's in the description. Go and follow. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.